Alright, let me just test this. Give us a sign? Okay, yeah. The reason I was testing that is I had alt tabbed out while the game was loading, so I didn't know. Alright, we are level 115. Now, actually I don't need any head-mounted cameras. Mic, infrared, ghostwriting book, sanity pills, thermo. Oh wait, actually I don't even need that. There's a base spirit box, so don't need an extra UV. Okay. I actually like that you can now select the difficulty, but that's been in there. So they've adjusted the thermo to 2 seconds, which I think is too fast for certain things, but it's also pretty good. Though they recently also did some things where the power just slowly drops to 5 degrees Celsius. So having the power on is important. So I'm going to... So they made it on professional where it starts at 5 degrees Celsius in every room in professional. And then on top of it, if the power is on, the temperatures will slowly rise outside of the ghost room. So basically, it is a thermo nerf in a separate way. Unless it's freezing temps, which it'll get to quicker in professional. So it's a nerf to non-freezing temp ghost thermo. But it's a buff to freezing temp ghost thermo in my thing. But they did buff thermo twice in the updates now. It went from 5. So after they nerfed it to 5, they buffed it to 3. And now they've buffed it to 2. And I'm trying to, so let's see, we've got EMF reader, motion sensor, smudge sticks. I'm not doing the 115 thing, like the zombies community stuff for COD. So I won't do that specific one as a thing, even though I have played COD zombies for a while. Oh wow. They've lowered the outside temperature too, but it should start as it's not 5 degrees Celsius in here, which is in Fahrenheit 41 degrees. 3.4, that might be the ghost. No, it's definitely not the ghost. I want to get the breaker on. I think it's in the attic. There's like 3 locations. Yep. Power's on. Now the temperature should rise. $10 degrees, so it's not an attic ghost. 7, 5.6. It was supposed to start at 5 degrees Celsius, but it didn't. So I opened that door. Ooh, this is a little chilly. Yeah, this is not the ghost room. Oh, freezing temps. Let's go. So it can't be a djinn. So I'm just going to leave the power on. And what I'm going to do is, first thing is do this for being able to track when it turns the lights off. So it is in that hallway. No jumps to EMF 5 yet. I do have EMF reader done. Let's do this. And I saw it open a door, so let's get UV. I think I turned on this light based on the area. Does it hit the workshop as well? I'm going to test some. Is it freezy in here too? No. So it's only this hallway. And we've got fingerprints, cool. Wraith, Banshee, okay. Wraith, I think, is EMF. Think? No, that's Banshee. Okay, Wraith would be Spirit Box, yeah. So Spirit Box or EMF, which so far it hasn't been EMF, but that could change. So what I'm gonna do, grab this Spirit Box. I've got an EMF reader in there. Let's do Crucifix, because Banshees don't like crucifixes. And then I need to smudge it. So, I know I'm keeping a flashlight, I'm not really trying to speedrun this. I just want to enjoy it right before I do stuff today. So, I'm gonna put a crucifix right where I initially found it. No, is it in here too? Or is it, where's it? No. Alright, I'm gonna put that there for when I turn off the lights. Now, if I check my sanity, so I'm gonna do another smudge, not another smudge stick, I'm gonna do a run where I grab a photo camera for those fingerprints. And then I grab the other crucifix for the other possible place it could be hunting from. And my sanity's high enough that if it's a wraith, it won't hunt. But if it's a banshee, it will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up one of these lockers and hide in it if it starts hunting. It's messing with the light switch, but I know it's fingies, so... Oh, perfect. How old are you? How old are you? Are you here? Oh, you turned on this. How old are you? Yeah, I think it's Banshee. Okay, that counted. that I can touch? Yep, but it hasn't. And it should have left fingerprints on this. Didn't? Okay. So it was doing some light switching. But it wasn't leaving fingies. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab my smudge, and I'm gonna smudge in there. Though that's a hallway ghost, so it could have been in the workshop. Because there's 2 hallways in this map, I think. I think it counts 2 as hallways. But now I can tell based on workshop whether or not it's actually the lights are out. But having 2 lights just in case is better. I still need to find the bone. And here we go. Now it can't hunt. Alright. Should have counted. I already know those lights have fingerprints on them. I haven't tested Spirit Box again, though it has said nothing detected, so I think it's a Banshee. And it's just a raid hunt because of the crucifixes, which is what you want. But it's also still really active, which makes me believe it's a wraith. And I did smudge it. Okay. What's my sanity looking like? Still high enough. I'm gonna turn off the lights in the hallway, like the lamp and the thing. So just keep that in mind. It hasn't messed with the workshop lights yet, but it could still be a Banshee. And it's just not very aggressive. Okay, there's the crucifix there. And as you can see, crucifix here. Can you leave these off? How old are you? Are you here? Can you hear me? How close are you? Yeah. Is this its favorite room? No. Wait, there's 2 light switches in here. Just realized. Let's check all the Ouija board locations and then let's get the free interactions. So the first interaction is here. 1, 2. And then let's get the 3rd and then get the Ouija, not Ouija board, bow. Which my sanity might have dropped low enough. And I can have 10 lights on in this map, I think. I think it's backwards how medium maps have less lights than small maps, and like large have less than medium. I feel like for small, medium, and large there should be a little bit more balance to that. Like, medium maps should have either keep 9 and small maps and large maps flip, or you just increase medium and large maps to above small. Those are the two options I'd say would be good. Unless the lights are like actually that cover that much area. Like, I think hallways in Asylum cover a pretty good area, so I think Asylum might be fine with 8. Might be. I don't say for sure. Bone. Yeah, just our Ouija. Nope. Do they probably fixed this spot. Turn that off. I don't have the Ouija board locations memorized outside of, like, I know the laundry room can have it, and I know up here can have it, and I think the office can too. Let's do an extensive check. Oh, they have one of these. I've seen these. Those are really good. I actually didn't notice that before. Okay. And bone counted, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Bone's been pretty consistent from what I can tell recently. So I'm gonna leave the house, check my sanity, pill up if it's below 60, in case it is a wraith. But for Banshee that won't matter. But that's going to be how I test for Banshee, is does it hunt at above 60, at above 50 sanity. Yeah, so we pill up here, and it hasn't hunted from what I can tell, and if a crucifix has been used, then it's a Banshee. Because that means that it's been hunting at above 50 sanity. And every crucifix has 2 uses, so. And no, the crucifixes aren't gone. Any new fingies? Yep. That window has one. This door? No. Oh, it does. Yes, it does. No fingies on that. I'm fine with those lights being on. Nope. Wait, what? Did I see fingies on one of these? No. It's not its room, but let's see, how many fingerprints have I gotten? 4? Is that total? Yeah, that looks right. And it hasn't hunted me yet, from what I can tell. If it has, it's just been... But it seems to be pretty active, so I'm assuming that it's a wraith, which I know Spirit Box is working. That makes sense for being at 90 because sanity pills get 40. I only have one thermo. I brought everything back. Okay. It turned off those lights, though. Which is something I can use. For fingers. Which is a difference. It's close enough that I could get fingerprints off of that. How many pictures do I have left? 2? I don't need ghost photo, so... And as you can see, fingies. And the others? On this side? Cool. Oh, it turned on this light. At least I thought it did. It didn't. That was just... How old are you? Can you hear me? Are you here? Oh, that's it, messing with the light. Oh my god, it spawned? Still here. Still here. Is it a banshee or is it a wraith? So I've gotten pretty much every photo that I need outside of like the ghost photo, because the ghost photo counts once and I almost had that. And it hasn't hunted, but it's appeared. Let's grab some motion sensors. We don't need the UV light now, so we've got enough fingies. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get its area that it's walking, and I'm gonna put one in the bathroom too because it spawned in there. I'm pretty sure. I didn't see the ghosts, but it turned out the light in the bathroom. Boop. And if it uses up the crucifixes right about now, then we know what it is. Though it has been relatively active, I just haven't gotten Spirit Box to work, which is weird. But I do know that Spirit Box is working because I tested my mic and it said nothing detected. That's not EMF5, is it? Yeah, because it could... I could just watch this. But I also want a photo of the ghost, so that could be EMF5 right there. Which would confirm if there's more than one. Like if I get 2 or 3. And it did drop down by 4, which leads me to believe it could be a banshee. On top of it, it hasn't used up the crucifixes, but it's also hunting less no matter what, so... It did shut that door, right? I'm not taking a photo of the door, so... Let's test this. Is it also in here? No. But it can spawn. Show yourself. Okay. Show yourself. Give us a sign. Alright. I'll know when it tries to hunt. And I know my sanity's low enough for a banshee, but not. Here, I'm gonna go grab. That's EMF 2. currently doing light switching, but that's not what I'm worried about. This ghost isn't aggressive, but I also have not been hunted yet. It hasn't attempted to, by the way, so banshees don't hunt that much in the first place, but having both EMF readers in the house should help. Okay. But that could have been 2 ghost events that are EMF 2, or 1 EMF 3, 1 EMF 4. I mean 1 EMF 2, 1 EMF 4. That won't do it. Give us a sign. I'm gonna throw it here. I didn't check the ghost name. Give us a sign. Show yourself. EMF 5. There you go. Banshee. That's all I needed. Show yourself. And no hunts. So. But I do know it's Banshee, so. It can hunt me at any time, it just hasn't because, like, this is relatively active for a Banshee, I'm pretty sure. I'm just checking ghost name because I didn't. That's clear as day. Elizabeth Moore. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take this just because it's another motion sensor to try to get it, pinpoint its location a bit more on where it likes to move around, because it really likes the other light switch. But I want to see. But here we go. And let's go ahead and move you to there. Elizabeth Moore, can you show yourself? Elizabeth Moore, give us a sign. Okay. I know you're afraid of the crucifixes. That was it running to that light switch to flick it. Show yourself. Become corporeal. Show yourself. Elizabeth Moore. Elizabeth Moore, give us a sign. Easy. Boop. And we're done. That was basically how I did that. That was the perfect run, honestly. But I want a non-freezing temp ghost, so this is going to get uploaded, but I'm going to be testing more. But I'm going to do it on small maps so that you guys can have that. And we have Banshee, and we're done. Alright, caps lock was on, I just realized. Okay. 250. That was one away from perfect. And that's $10 insurance from being solo on professional. I'm now 117. So all, none of those. Yes, yes. No more UV lights. Actually, I think I can use that and it'd be beneficial. Not on the spirit box. Smudge. They only need one of you. I just thought about it, and sanity pills make sense. And I don't need head mounted. So for solo runs, it's, if you're wondering, it's good to have 2 EMF readers because you can have one sitting in a location it likes to be, and then you can, whenever it does another action, you can take the other one around. For photo cameras, it's pretty obvious why you want 3. Lighters, I just take 2 because I feel like if you lose one, it makes it easier to do stuff. Candles, you always take 4 of, because then you can set up locations where you can just not lose sanity even if the power's out. And when I was thinking about UV lights just this moment ago, I was thinking about if you're watching from a camera, you can have 2 UV lights for both books. And crucifixes, it's pretty obvious. Video cameras, it's pretty obvious. It's always better to have more. Spirit box, the reason you only need 1 is because you really won't get any evidence on having 2 separate spirit boxes, and that's really it, and that's why you only need 1 unless you somehow lose it, but it's also a big object unlike the lighter. Salt, the reason you take more is so that you can make an error on 3 and still have another 3. Smudge sticks, it's always better to have 4. Tripods, you use them for video cameras, but I don't know why you can only have 5 tripods, but the game gives you 6 video cameras for max. Honestly, that's weird to me, but it's okay. Strong flashlights, you just need the number of players with them, unless you want to run around with a strong flashlight in one area and one in another. And motion sensors, it's better to have 4 in case you want to just cover an area, like a large area, for motion sensors. Sound sensors you just use for pinpointing the location of the ghost. I feel like there should be an objective for them. Thermometer, it's always best to just have 1 if there's only 1 player. If there's more players, then you add more. Sanity pills, just always take max even if there's not very many people. Ghostwriting book, you take 2 because it's easier to get ghostwriting that way if it is an option. Infrared light sensors are really good. There's a bug with them that I still do myself on occasion, where you can light up an area, but it won't, you'll still lose sanity in this area because it's not a candle. But they give a good enough light that you can just use it for lighting up an area to be able to see a ghost. On top of it, it's good in, like, let's say Tanglewood Street, you want to light up around the car, you could do that. Paramic is trash. Like, straight up. If you're gonna use it, it's basically like, I feel like EMF is more reliable than Paramic, while glow sticks are obviously always useful, and head-mounted cameras are only useful on 2 or more players. So that's why I don't do that. I like Tanglewood. Tanglewood's a fun map. There's like 1 loop, there's 2 loops, actually no, 3 loops, and they're all near each other, so it allows you to do a multi-loop, which is really nice. And having multiple loops is always good. And two of those loops, well, one of the loops you can actually see a ghost on the ground, and you can also do a circle, do an 8, but you don't do that with a short ghost. Do it with one that's tall enough to be seen, basically. Like the crawly ghost is not good in a lot of these loops, but it's okay to have a couple of loops that are reliant on size of the ghost. So let's go ahead and ready up. Like, I'm not good at looping, but I know where loops are. But that's the only thing I'm not good at. So, like, when I say I'm a god at Phasmophobia, I mean, like, god at figuring out ghosts. Like, I'm a god at knowledge. I don't call myself, like, a literal god at this game. Because I'm not Insym, who is really better than me, because he can loop. And motion sensor. Okay. So violence, that means this one could be a really angry ghost. Could be. Like, oh shoot, I actually should check for the, is it in the basement or is it in the garage? And basement. Like, it would be here if it was in garage, so. So I'll go ahead and check for bone on my way to turning on the light. And I'm gonna turn it on for. I honestly think this is fine. Alright, now the power. Now, if it's a ghost that's not freezing temps, I can detect it. So let's go for. Let's put a light on here. Ouija board? Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Or is it in the hallway? Okay. I should probably just throw the flashlight down anyway. But I do know now that that was a ghost event immediately. Motion sensor did not go off yet. But it did mess with that door. What's my sanity? So it's not a djinn. That could have been EMF 5 just now. I just think I saw that. Alright, so what we're going to do is go in. Did I grab a photo? No, I did not. So I'm going to drop UV for photo. Because that's really useful. And what I'm gonna do is let's pick up this. Okay, so it's 18 in here. It's 12.4 over here. So, is it in this bedroom? So, don't have its location pinned down yet. But I do have its general area, which is good. I think it's an EMF ghost. Because that's 2 EMF 5 spikes, I'm pretty sure. So let's go for this UV light. And I'll take in the second EMF reader just to try to pinpoint its location a bit better. So let's say this door. Thingies? No. Let's go for ghost writing. This room. It's like right around here somewhere. I've gotten a 12. It's also... Is it the bathroom? Where? Oh, it's over here. That's really odd for a distance. Okay, let's start moving some motion sensors. Did mess with this door. So I'm going to throw that there. I'm going to grab this EMF reader. Put that there. This here. I messed with that. Not seeing pingies. So might not be a fingy ghost, but it's almost definitely EMF 5. Oh, that's a. I think that's another EMF 5. So yeah. Let's go for you. Second UV. Motion sensor. What's my sanity? Still 90s. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a book in, and I think motion sensor went off. That is ghostwriting. That is most definitely ghostwriting. I really like that. Nope. Windows? Oh, that's ghostwriting too. I don't think it's a fingerprint ghost, so based on that. So what can it be? Revenant Shade Oni? I don't think it's a Revenant because ghostwriting and it would have had fingerprints unless they glitched out. So, but it is definitely an EMF ghost, so motion sensor's gone off. Let's grab this. Sanity's in the 90s. Video camera? Do I? Oh, I have a second photo camera on right now. So let's drop it here. Let's drop it here. Let's move you. Can't be a djinn. Because ghostwriting. And I doubt it's a rev based on a lot of factors, so I'm gonna get crucifix. I know motion sensor's going off. Let's go for this. And then I'm gonna turn off this flashlight. Actually, let's throw it here. And then that was the fastest I've gotten ghost writing. So far, pinpointing its location is a little bit harder, which I think is fine. I think ghost orbs are possible. What status? Yeah, can be a shade. So let's watch. And it's a shade. Okay. So already found out it's a shade, and my sanity's good. I just need a photo. So I need my flashlight now. Wait, that's not my flashlight. Oh, I just can carry both. Alright, let's see if there's Ouija board real quick, and let's look for Bone. Really likes messing with doors. Can be in here. No bone. But you see how I could mess up the stuff. I didn't see a board down there. Nope. I don't think there's board. Well, let's look for... I may have missed it though, so... This is a garage key. Is there actually... They should have the thing where you can open the garage door. That would be cool. Make it shut like a hunt whenever a hunt starts. Oh, there is board. I missed it earlier. Let's go ahead and drop you. I like to do this next to the door. I'll check sanity. Okay. So we need... I can just farm interaction off of that. 87? I am safe. Let's go grab my other photo camera. And let's find the bone. Like I had been looking. But actually, let's go find the bone. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's sneaky. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the guys off. I did get the car. turned off the board. Is that what I'm seeing? How old are you? Okay, what's my sanity like? Let's turn... Because I think it did a bug. In fact, that could be an EMF test. If I somehow messed up that it's an EMF ghost. Which I don't think it is likely. Sanity is at hunt levels. Let's see. See why you do that. I'm just gonna leave this camera here and just farm. Like, I'm certain that that is EMF. Wait, where did I put my other EMF reader? Because there's one here. There should have been one right there. Really likes flicking this light. What? Where did I put the other EMF? Well, I know where one is. That's all I need anyway. Okay. How old are you? 12? Is that 122? How many have you killed? Did you murder? What is your favorite room? Haven't gotten EMF 5 from this. Living room. Okay. Just so that doesn't accidentally. I'm gonna get my sanity back up and so far like if you look now I'm at 60. How long ago did you die? $54 years ago. I'm trying to think of the other questions I've gotten. How many spirits are here? How many spirits are here? How many spirits are here? There you go. Over here. Come and get me. Come at me. I know you can hear me. I'm in the bedroom. See, that's 4 interactions. That's all the ones I can think of off the top of my head. But that also puts me at 2 photos away, right? Yep. And the hunt should end right around now. Yep. Right as I got that EMF 5, by the way. So, yes, it is EMF 5. I was wondering why it wasn't hitting. And then it just hit. Did you murder? How many have you killed? Are you here? Oh, that still counted? Probably because I said, are you here? It's hunting, dang it. We definitely use the crucifixes. Oh! Nope. I was hoping I could get it through the window, but I messed up, so. That was beautiful.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
But it was a naked man. Yeah, I didn't get 200 because it's based on second objective, which I did not pass on. So, yeah. Okay. So, what is your favorite room and are you here count as separate? And I was like, oh, wait, it might have been saying the same answer to... But it counts as a separate interaction, so keep that in mind. So if there's questions like, how old are you and what is your age, they might be separate. So, yeah. Also, the ghosts could see you through a window, so that's good to know. Because he wasn't leaving that room, he was following me, as you can see. So, yeah. Alright, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you really liked it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.